Are you gonna? Yeah, wait, I know what you're talking about. Don't burn yourself. Stop. That was crazy. No, that was crazy. I thought you were gonna.
Yeah, close enough. Happy 420, I suppose.
Happy 420.
It's the month of green. And yeah, we're here talking about movies that we think are
420
good.
friendly.
Yes, that we think are good for the day. Doesn't mean they explicitly have smoking in them. Just movies that we think match the vibe, while you're off on it, I guess. Join me tonight to talk about all things green and, I guess, our 420 movies.
Yes.
The ecstatic Emma Richard.
Hey girls.
We took a different approach this time around. Emma made it a point for us to watch each other's lists, so we'll definitely have a much more thorough conversation here. Question for you, since it is of the season. Can you recollect your first partaking of the ganja?
So the first time I ever smoked the devil's lettuce, as some may refer to it, I prefer Jesus cabbage. I feel like this is for a lot of people, didn't really notice anything happening until it was done. And I was like, oh, okay. Like I didn't, like the transition from sober to stoned was like it didn't really click. So the whole time I was just kind of like, what's going on? But I was with some friends. I was 14. No, I was 12. Hi, Mom and Dad.
Perfect.
Hi, guys. Anyway, I was like 12 because we were in 6th grade. And we went to like a cul-de-sac that none of them lived in. And we sat in the cul-de-sac and smoked with one of them's older step sibling who was a junior in high school. So like looking back, questionable company, you know what I mean? And she was like real big stoner, but she was smoking with 12-year-olds for whatever reason. And then we went to his house and we got stuck watching some movie, and I just remember texting my dad to come pick me up because I wanted to go home. And then I immediately went to bed. So yeah, so I really didn't, it wasn't like I felt high, but I feel like the first time I really felt like I noticed it, it was like, whoa, man. Like, it was such the, like, je ne sais quoi, like, the cliche, like, man, yeah, man, oh my God. Like, crazy, crazy, silly, goofy, but the kind you might see in some of these movies.
Were you amping up because, like, you were so young and it was your first time? You know, like, this stereotypical, like, after one drink, oh yeah, I'm so drunk, man. Like, was it like that for you?
Like the second time?
The first time. The
first time, I like was just like staring at the wall for too long. You know what I mean? Like, oh, she's really getting into that drywall, like zoning in. And then I was like, Dad, can you come pick me up? I need to go home. And I just went to sleep. So that's what that was like.
Okay.
Yeah, what about you?
Yeah, so my first time, I was definitely younger. I'd say I was at least 15 or 16.
Yeah.
I was a junior in high school, and I don't know what led up to it, but just one night I was feeling brave, and I texted a friend of mine who I know she
Hey
smoked.
friend, I'm feeling brave.
Yeah, I guess. I texted a friend of mine who I knew she smoked. Later that evening, she got back to me, okay, my friend, no names here, but my friend so-and-so.
Witness protection. I know, right? John Smith.
My friend so-and-so will smoke with you. Just bring $15. I'm like, okay.
Just bring $15.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then, oh wait, I don't think, if you mentioned it, I didn't hear it, but what did you smoke out of? Or was it?
The first time we smoked out of her pipe and it was free. I did not have to pay $15. She probably did. Yeah. But yeah.
For me, it was a bong.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
For your first time? I remember the first time I smoked out of a bong, I about passed out because I didn't understand what would happen once I pulled the piece out and how it would just kind of go.
Yeah, no, right. Well, that's why.
Interesting.
So it was my friend and her friend. And yeah, they helped me as far as the mechanisms of it. There was one instance while I was hitting it, my friend put the lighter too close to my head, and I heard some of my hair singe.
Oh, shit.
But I don't know, she pulled it away fast enough, I guess.
Good for her.
And I was just like, yeah, sure, whatever. Surprisingly, I didn't cough that much. I think it's because also at the time, I was so stupid. I was the friend who was like, can I hit your vape? Yeah, I know. So
no, you're good.
I guess I wasn't entirely like baby lunged, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, same thing you described, where it's like you feel the transition from sober to high.
Yeah.
Once
you were just like, oh, I am.
No, yeah, exactly. Once I felt different, I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm actually high.
Yeah, I feel like it always starts with like a laugh that's just a little too hard, and you're like, I found that too funny.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you're like, it clicks.
Yeah, and then
or like you get maybe too scared about something, and you're like, I'm feeling really anxious. Oh, period.
Yeah, and then my friends could see it, and they're like, it feels good, right? Doesn't it feel cool?
Doesn't it feel cool?
Yeah, and I was like,
wait, I love that. Wait, that's funny. Don't you feel like so cool right now? Period.
Yeah, and then I don't know how long we were in there for, but I had to walk home because
nightmare.
Yeah, that night it was really windy, kind of like
nightmare,
approaching stormy, like not quite yet, kind of rainy enough where by the time I got home, it basically like killed my high, you know?
Yeah.
So I got home and I
you're like, I'm stressed.
Yeah. I got home and I like pretty much felt sober again. And I was like, well,
okay.
I guess that was cool.
That was fun. Yeah. Good cleanse. Just like walk into a storm and then you won't be high anymore.
Yeah. I guess let's get into it. So
Period.
Same formula. My top 4, your top 4.
Yes.
And since personally I crown you the queen of this holiday, so
I love that's my like defining thing for some people, because I feel like I don't. Oh, at least now I don't smoke that much. I mean, I smoke every night.
Full disclosure, I hate to paint you in this stereotype.
No, I'm not like, it's not like I have like a reggae playing all the time with like a Rastafarian like knit backpack. You know
if you
what
came
I mean?
here wearing Rasta colors,
dude, I know. I was like camo plants. Yeah. Like I used to have a lot more 420 merch. I used to have this band I really liked, Crown the Empire, at the time in high school. They released 420 merch, and it was like their logo, but instead of like the crown that they had in the center, it was a giant weed leaf. And I used to have a lot more like 420 merch, I would say. But then my frontal lobe developed, and I realized I'm not wearing like any of that ever, so we should just get rid of it.
Yeah.
But I do, and it's funny that I said I don't smoke that much, because I do hit my penny every night. Pennifer. I know some people call him Benjamin, but my girl's Pennifer. I do.
Help you sleep though.
But yeah, it's because I have my muscles are poor. They're not great, so I have to relax them. But right, I am honored. I'm still honored. I really will accept that as something. Good. So my list. Do you want to start with the one I know you loved so much?
Sure.
Straight from 2006, directed by Charles Band. We have Evil Bong. Bunch of friends. Acquire a bong. They are already a goofy bunch, a goofy gang, a goofy gaggle. Acquire a bong that is evil.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, why?
And what do we mean
like
by
this
that?
movie?
Okay, so I think it's one of those movies that for me, it is so bad and beautiful. Like it's just so. You watch it and the whole time you can't help but think, huh?
Yeah.
But not in like a way that like makes me upset, like some movies when you're like, I don't want to watch this anymore. I mean, don't get me wrong. It could have been a shorter movie. I don't even remember how long it was. I don't think it was too bad. It was
just
under an hour and a little bit longer than it maybe 84 minutes. So yeah, a little bit longer than it maybe, like you could probably just get like an hour and be okay. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
dude, if this were an hour, that actually would be solid.
Right. It's like Kung Fury or like something like that, where it's like 30 minutes and it's like, that's all you really need. If we took it any farther, then there's gonna be dead space that like I don't need. But I think the creativity, like spoiler alert, like what do you mean you're hallucinating strippers who have sharks on their breasts that eat you alive? What do you mean? Do you know?
I mean,
but it's so good. You're like, wow.
I mean, when we're in the dream world, I'm accepting of that. Like anything can happen
here.
Here.
No, but you don't quite see it coming at first. You're like, oh, sharks on the boobs. Got it. Let's do it. Why not? Let me hear what you have to say.
Okay, look, I didn't hate it,
so
but there were just many moments where I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Can't even really say like it's
absurd.
No, yeah, and it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I can still appreciate it. Like it knows what it is.
Right.
It doesn't try to be something smarter. However, I will admit there are some areas where I feel like it is kind of smarter in a way.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't feel like it was like these people didn't know what they were doing.
No, not at all.
They were very self-aware. And that was good.
Like with the nerdy guy, honestly, the whole his whole arc. I'm straight edge, I'm clean, and then he has to take a hit to go into the bong and
save his friends.
Like,
yeah, he's like, I gotta do it.
Yeah,
it really is make or break for this character.
Honestly, that was the most beautiful part of the movie.
To save his friends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's really not much else
There's
to say.
not much to say. It's not like something you could really analyze. You know, the ingenuity of our exotic dancers always having something different going on, some new vehicle to bring injury upon our characters, if you will.
Speaking of vehicle, the ending with Tommy Chong and the Hot Wheels cars.
Yeah, no, that is... I love that Tommy was there. Also, like, how did you get him? Like, he had to have been someone on the crew's uncle. Do you know what I mean? Like,
oh, he's there because of nepotism.
Do you know what I mean? Like, because it's also one of those movies that is so not only just niche and like who's seen it, but you can tell in production this was like, I mean, the budget, who really knows, but it definitely wasn't high. I mean, we were, everyone else was.
We know who was.
We know who was
do you
high.
Know what? Do you know what was high in the movie?
What is high in the movie? Everyone. Yeah. But it's also because it's like, how did you get Tommy on this project? He had to have known someone, right? Or they just got like stupid lucky with like, we have an idea.
Yeah.
We're gonna snail mail it to him and just see if he says anything. And then he just shows up. Truly he would. Yeah. Just show up on set. I thought this was my call time.
I'd like to think that is what happens. You know, they just cold messaged him.
Yeah, they're like, please.
Somehow.
It's like when you invite Chick-fil-A to your wedding and they send you like a box of stuff.
But yeah, honestly, Evil Bong, if you purposely want something really stupid.
It's just so absurd, but still enjoyable and something to laugh at. Well, and kind of with.
No, with, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm not gonna
There's no way.
It's not trash, you know what I mean?
Well,
like,
it is.
But it's bad and beautiful.
Yes, exactly.
That's what I like to call it, bad and beautiful.
So, what is it doing here? My trophies! It's just sitting there, bro. That's what shells do. This is for my trophies!
Hit me with it.
Yeah, I guess I'll start with the one that I believe you have questions about.
Yes.
One of my movies for Emma was Return of the Living Dead.
Yes.
Yeah, from 1986, I think.
Wow, really? I thought it was a little bit newer. I thought it was 90s for some reason.
No,
but I guess that makes sense.
80s, man. Look what they're wearing in the music.
You know, but sometimes I feel like there's a weird crossover.
Sometimes
where it's like, you can't really, you're like, is this the 80s? And you're like, 97. And you're like, oh, okay.
97.
97. What's funnier than 24 or whatever? 25.
Return of the Living Dead, like, just as is, like, I love that movie. I saw it for the first time this past October. For us, that would be October 2025.
Yeah.
And now it's one of my favorite horror, well, not just favorite horror movies, but favorite zombie movies in general. And thinking about it, I was like, you know what? I feel like this would go pretty hard, like if I were on something.
And that's where I have a differing opinion.
Okay, go ahead.
No. Do you want to summarize anything? Yeah.
Two guys are just working the night shift at a warehouse, and in there,
it's not just any warehouse. It's where we store taxidermy, cadavers, human skeletons for scientific purposes.
And for some reason, the U.S. government thought it was a bright idea to store a gas,
some eggs.
To store a gas at the bottom of the warehouse, and that gas gets out, and we get zombies. Yeah.
So my main thing is and this is a personal opinion, right? Your definition, anyone's definition, you the audience, your definition of a 420 friendly movie could vary anywhere from the traditional like Pineapple Express, or the Harold and Kumar go to White Castle.
I was about to put
even
that.
Up until I
was like,
that's a good one.
That's too easy.
Yeah. I was also trying to kind of get like a little bit more like niche, or not niche, but like
very
away, like like, oh, I guess that is kind of, yeah, I would, you know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't initially assume, I must put Surf's Up on my list. It's not.
I was still hovering over that.
Unfortunately, I removed it. I was like, no, I have some better options that I wanted to, I also wanted to make you watch them because I was like, I don't think you've watched some of them. And there's some of my favorites. Yeah, so it could be like, you know, a traditional 420 or like maybe a more comfy, like maybe your 420 movie is like Love Actually or something, you know what I mean? So personally, I would strongly dislike watching this high. I mean, it to me, again, no hate, you know what I mean? It's just maybe not my cup of tea. I thought it was interesting and it was goofy, but it read very much as the movie itself was high. Like, there was a lot going on. Yeah. The second that Trash, which I love that that's her name, My Girl Trash, with that beautiful red hair, and what's her guy pal, Suicide? Yeah. Trash and Suicide. What a gaggle.
I know, right?
What a group, you know what I mean?
I love their names.
They are so funny.
They're all so cool.
The second she started telling her friend, you know, she's like, I want to be ripped apart by guys, and then just starts getting naked. And what really said that, I knew, I was like, this movie is gonna be something. And it happens relatively early on. Yeah. It's not a very long movie, but it's about as long as Evil Bong. It's like an hour 20 or something.
Just under 90 minutes,
Yeah, but I was like, this is going somewhere fast, you know? Just like, and she never did put her clothes back on either, and you know.
No, it wasn't until one of the other guys.
Except her leg warmers, you know. She said, "We're gonna stay a little warm."
It's chilly that night.
That's what I mean, we could tell. It's a bit nipply, one might say. Yeah. But it was interesting, and it was, you know, what's there to say? It was, I will say, a part that I particularly disliked was the beating of the undead half dog very early. I did not enjoy. It made me sad, but that's just, I don't like the dog whimpers in movies. I'm about to shoot whoever did that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, don't you mess with the dogs. But I thought it was creative. But I also want to know why the skeletons didn't activate. I wanted a skeleton reaching out, because just earlier he had been like, I need to find one with perfect teeth. Yeah. And he's like, that's how you find it. I'm like, so how, that would be a fun full circle. I wish that happened. But I kind of get why they don't have the brains. They don't have brains.
Well, we do see some like rise out of the grave. You know,
but I would have really loved in the warehouse. Yeah. I would have really loved. If he's like, I have perfect teeth.
Yeah. I think it would have been over too quick if everything in the cadaver house went, you know?
And he's like, whoa, what's going on?
But I don't know.
But pretty much everything did. The butterflies were, which I have to say, the effects in this movie for the time were phenomenal. Yeah.
Even now.
They were funny, well, especially for the time, is what I mean. Yes. Like, I mean, there's only so much you can do, and you have to have really creative individuals, and that's still true today. But to think of like, affordable, because let's be honest, they weren't swimming in cash for this movie, probably. I would assume not. Correct me if I'm wrong, but someone's rich uncle. Again, Tommy Chong. No, but
there was no Tommy Chong.
No Tommy Chong. No.
Just lots of weather issues while they were shooting.
Exactly. So you have to be extremely creative to come up with an affordable, you know, literally practical, you know, convenient, as realistic as you can get it, and just like, generally what's gonna look good overall, you know. And so, like, for example, when they bring in the like half woman and she's got her spine and then her rib cage, and that's where they're kind of interrogating her. Yeah. I loved her little tail wag. I thought her spine wagging like a dog. Yeah. I was like, this is funny, but I couldn't see where it was coming from. Yeah. I mean, it could have been robotics, but like realistically, was it? I don't know. You know what I mean? Or just like a really simple like movement of some kind. It could be a windshield wiper wrapped in styrofoam, for all I know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that moment, I think, is the scariest. For me, is the scariest part of the whole movie.
Really creepy. Yeah, that did kind of bring me in. I was like, whoa.
Because when they ask her, like,
what do you want?
Why do you eat brains? Like, we feel the pain.
The pain. That was interesting.
Yeah.
I do think the thing for me is maybe I would have liked it more if it was made at a different period. I don't know. Like, maybe
Not
had
in the
more.
80s?
Maybe had a little bit later, or maybe just more. I don't know. There's something.
I think a movie like this could only exist in the 80s.
Yeah, and see, as you said that, I was like, kind of like, well, no, you're right. I don't know what it quite is. It's just missing a little something for me. And particularly, I don't think I would watch it high because I would be grossed out, perhaps. And
that's fair.
At least when I'm in that state of mind, if you will, what I'm looking to achieve is not necessarily what the feelings that movie invoked in me sober. I did not watch it high because I feared what might be waiting for me. I was very much expecting like Ash versus Evil Dead kind of thing. And it wasn't far off, you know what I mean? But it was not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
And but
no hero.
what a fun little group of people.
Yeah.
The effects were great. I know that I literally
is fucking awesome.
it has all the parts to make it really something for me again.
Yeah.
Really something that I'm like, oh fuck yeah, this movie is what's up. There is just something missing. I don't know what it is. Hate me all you want, chat, whatever. but it was yeah. It was good though, now maybe I do like it. Now that I'm talking more, maybe I do like it, who's to say?
Which, you're welcome.
Yeah, no, thank you. I mean, it was a trip, and it was even funnier watching it with Sean, my partner, my boyfriend, just like a few feet away watching Warframe, tuning in completely out of context going, why would you watch this high every like few minutes? And I was like, he's got a point for me. But you know what? It was certainly, I think it could belong on a longer list of 420 movies. It might not be in my top 4, but I get why you wanted me to watch it. But I do think it could exist on a longer list of 420 movies. But be warned if you're not looking, because I do find something a little bit like, just for me, like disturbing in a way, like for the palate, for me, like older horror effects for whatever freak me out way more than like current stuff. Like Poltergeist, skin coming off in the sink and everything. I'm like, I'm gonna throw up. Yeah. But if I saw it today, I'd probably be like, whatever. Well, I think that is something too. Well, I think it's like the glisten of everything and the squelch.
No,
and
exactly. Like it's a completely different generational quality
experience.
To it. Yeah. And
again, everything, you were mixing corn syrup and red food dye. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
And everything is very wet looking and noisy and like more realistic. At least it's in an uncanny valley. It all lives in an and that's for a more deep dive horror episode, I think, to really, but so I think that's something that would turn me off in a stoned experience. I'd be like, I'm gonna throw up.
I believe I would enjoy this.
Have you watched it high?
No, I haven't.
Yeah,
but I kind of want to.
I mean, when in Rome.
Yeah.
Next time you're high, fuck it.
Well, last time I was high was probably like, I don't know, 3.5 years ago. But
damn, mine was last night.
Okay, Jesus.
And it'll be later tonight.
Like, there's so many parts I find funny. Like, I love all the characters. Like I said, I love the.
It is a really funny ensemble.
Like, I love the music.
Yeah.
After I watched it during October, it's all like the album of the movie was all I was listening to.
That's one of those really good like OG Halloween
Yeah, and there's specifically one moment where the gang shows up to the cemetery for the first time, and then the guy hits the boombox, and then you hear the guitar strum. Cut to the sunset, and it's like,
no.
I'm like, hell yeah.
Dude, my favorite part about the freaking cemetery while and after Trash was getting naked was the guy she was sitting with at the beginning. I don't remember when she was like, have you ever thought about dying? I forget his name, but he was like, bitch, the fuck are you talking about? And there were a few of the, even Suicide was like, don't fucking touch me, dude. Yeah. He's like, what's going on? And
show some respect for the dead, will you?
Yeah, and she's like,
so many quotable moments.
They show some respect.
Especially from Suicide, when he goes,
nobody gets me.
Nobody understands me, man. I got something to say.
I was like, yeah, you do.
With
that haircut, yes, you do have something to say.
You think this is a fucking costume?
Yeah,
this is a way of life.
This is my self-expression. Yeah, no, he was.
I say that to myself a lot.
This is the way of life.
This is the way of life.
Period. No, I love that. Hey, but there is a level of absurdity. I think it could.
Absolutely.
You know, it's not they're not the same, but like in a ballpark of like Evil Bong. You know, I think it's a bit better. It's a little bit more fleshed out.
There's much more.
Not serious as in it's like a serious movie, but in the terms of filmmaking, it's a little bit more serious.
Yeah.
Like again, not serious like, oh, so serious, but where Evil Bong's just kind of fast and loose, like we're making a movie about a possessed evil deity in a bong.
No, that's well, that's a great point you bring up, where the difference in
like
intent,
tones, intent,
and tone is there. Yeah, or like Evil Bong is like just
we're just fucking around.
No, just laying out the concepts on paper.
Yeah.
Evil Bong is a group of stoned friends in a college dorm.
Yep.
And you know what to expect.
Bong bad, another dimension.
Yeah.
Have to save friends.
Yeah.
Tommy Chong, Hot Wheels.
Whereas Return of the Living Dead is
not really sure.
Gas gets loose. Like there's one group of friends here. It's a two-layered story, multiple locations.
2 different groups that are connected by this one guy, Freddy, I think, right? Yeah. And they're one is trying to connect with the other, while the said other is having a really different experience, and they're trying to.
And then the way things escalate.
How they're trying to get to their different goals, and then how those goals change. And look at this really deep dive into Night of the Evil Bong Living Dead.
Yeah.
Night of the Return of the Evil Bong.
This would make one hell of a crossover.
But then the government does kind of unalive the area.
You can say kill. Like
they unalive the unalive, and they go boing, and then he's like, I'm gonna be late for my golf in the morning. Or I forget what he says, but he's like, yeah, I gotta go back to sleep. But
they don't know. They just made more zombies.
Exactly. Well, that's what I was thinking too, because I was like, that definitely like didn't get rid of the problem.
No.
Like, is there another one?
Well, it got rid of the problem, but it created another.
Yeah, I was like,
And yes, there's more.
Okay. Okay.
It goes up to 4, I think.
And you thought Evil Bong goes to like 10 or something.
8,
Yeah. It's certainly a complex conversation to be had about that movie, as you've kind of seen.
Yes, love Return of the Living Dead forever.
I thought you said if we destroyed the brain, it'd die. It worked in the movie. Well, it ain't working now, Frank. You mean the movie line?
Let's go with a nice little fun one that I think we both agree on. Is my second on the list was the one, the only, the giant, the big Lebowski. That is probably one of my favorite movies of all time. It's in my Letterboxd top 4.
Yeah, I gave Big Lebowski a 3 on the Letterboxd. I'd say like
you're out of your element, Kenny.
I'd say like strong 3, light 3.5. That's what I would do.
That's crazy. I give that a solid 5.
Understandable. Don't get me wrong.
Hey, I get it. I'm
not knocking your taste.
Yeah. Okay.
For me, like, don't get me wrong, I get it, but I found the first act of the movie kind of painful to sit through. Just because I thought. I feel like
the rug really tied the room together.
Sure. I feel like it could have been paced a little faster. That's largely why I rated it lower.
Yeah.
But obviously, like that's.
No, I could see that in a couple parts. Like maybe we get to the point a little bit quicker.
Yeah,
but I think that was the point. Is you didn't really know what was happening.
Yeah, but I can also see like. The way it's paced is like meant to mirror the dude's character.
His experience.
Well. Yeah, that's largely why
Kahlua will do it to you.
I guess. Yeah, that's largely why I rated it lower. But when it's funny, don't get me wrong, I was belly laughing for sure. And then as far as just the character of the dude and everyone he meets, right?
The dude is a way of life.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like Maud.
Yes.
I thought she was cool. The part I thought was funniest. Yeah, so they're interrogating the kid, and then John Goodman's character is like, "You're entering a world of pink."
Yeah, you're entering a world of pink. Yeah, well, and I don't know why,
but I thought that was so funny.
Well, and I love his character so much. Walter, I think. Yeah, right. Is that what I just said, Walter?
I think so.
Yeah. But he's just so really
He's a really infuriating character, but when he's funny, like I get it.
He's one of those where like he makes moves without consulting perhaps the parties that are concerned. You know what I mean? Changing it up, and it is giving delusion sometimes. But he's an erratic crazy guy, veteran.
He's a veteran.
We love our veterans.
Do you think he's actually a veteran?
In real life?
No, his
John
character.
Goodman? Oh, yeah. Duh. Absolutely.
You think so?
Think he is. Yeah.
You actually okay?
Did you have doubt that you think he was stolen valor?
Possibly. I feel like
John Goodman stolen valor?
his character.
I know.
But I don't know. My interpretation, like, I was really questioning if he actually was a veteran or not. My headcanon is that his character, like, maybe
Thinks
his
he
brother,
was?
maybe his character, maybe he has a brother.
He's, like,
who was a
schizophrenic.
veteran.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
and he's like trying.
Adopted that.
Yeah. He's like, right. He adopted that persona, like through osmosis.
That's a crazy conspiracy, but I could see where you're going with it. But I think he was.
Mm-hmm.
Also because they like reference it, like his friends confirm it. They're like, whatever, dude, when you were in Nam, blah, 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 whatever. You know what I mean? Right? He was in Nam, or was he in Korea?
I think
Why am
he's
I saying Nam like I'm Vietnam?
Well, for the
We're gonna go to Nam.
within context of the film.
Nam.
Right?
I like when people say Nam.
Within context of the film, I believe they say
That is what
Nam,
they say,
yeah.
Nam. I think so. And then I love Dear Donnie. Oh, Donnie, gone too soon. Steve Buscemi.
Yeah, why did he? Why did? What? Okay.
I think-
Why did they keep giving him such a hard time? Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
Because that's just their squad. That's just their squad. But gone too soon, really. That was a hard point in the movie. I was like, what? We're gonna lose someone, like a main character?
Air quotes on main. He didn't have much to do.
I mean,
we only ever saw him at
He's
the
the
bowling
main
alley.
squad. I don't know. I think he's a main character in at least the dude's life.
Oh yeah, for
Duh.
sure. But for the film,
But
I don't think so.
I don't know. It broke my heart. It really
Oh,
broke
yeah.
my heart.
Yeah. Like of all the characters to die suddenly, I don't think it should have been
I
him.
know. Well, he was just like the guy. You're like, oh, Donnie.
You're just
And
happy
You're
to
out of your
bowl.
element, Donnie.
Yeah. You're
You're
just
out of
happy
your
to bowl.
element. Asian American is the preferred nomenclature. I love that line for whatever reason because I'm like, of course, Walter. And I'm like, get it, Donnie. Or yeah, get it, Walter. Let's go.
Which
Yeah.
I thought that line was so progressive for
I
the time.
love, well, and I think that's the point too, is like the juxtaposition of the super intense character you think he might not care. And then he's like, and then it's just suddenly very like, oh, hell yeah. Like, let's go. But he's like, oh, I don't care, man. Pissed on my rug. And it really tied the room together. Yeah, I love that movie. Yeah, Julianne Moore, I think, plays Maud. Well, and I think that is, the whole thing is just so, like, I think the dude's experience of, like, yeah, things are moving a little slow. He's not really sure what's going on. He's kind of the holy fool in a way. Do you know what I mean? Because, you know, he's really just being kind of, he's a vehicle of this conflict for this family and these German gangsters with the weasel in the bathtub. A lot to be said there. And
What's the point of that? Yeah.
because they were like, my girlfriend cut her toe off. We need the money or whatever.
I just felt bad for the ferret.
Yeah. No, he does.
There's no way that was an animatronic.
trained ferret. No, oh no. I mean, I'm sure it was.
Maybe it was.
Was
I don't
PETA
know.
on set? I mean, hey.
Yeah, they wouldn't care.
Was it the 90s? It was the 90s. Yeah. But and then it all ends up with she's like, you're gonna make me pregnant now, and the end. But
Which
the dude abides.
I would not like that at all.
No, it was. There were moments that I'm like truly like, what's going on? But I love that movie. I think it's such a timeless movie. The dude abides. Sam Elliott, the stranger, just for fun, is there.
He's got a fantastic voice.
Yeah. What is it? George Seymour Hoffman or
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Philip? Why did I think? I always think his name is George. Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Rest in peace.
And that rest in peace for real. Love his character. He's just such a little giggly, like I'm dying inside, but I get paid nothing to deal with all of this stuff, but I will proceed. Big Lebowski, fave. I love that as a high movie.
To think it spawns a like minor religion. Do you know about that?
No.
No, it spawned a small religion.
The dude?
Called Dudeism. You don't know about this?
Or is it like a philosophy?
More like a philosophy.
Okay,
yeah.
I was like religion.
Not like a full-on cult where it's like,
Yeah, it's like it
donate
is
to
a
our
way of
website.
life.
No, yeah.
It is a way of life.
No, yeah, more like a philosophy.
I believe
yeah.
it. The dude abides.
Sure.
That's what he says. The dude abides.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. When the movie ended and then the last time he says that, I was like, I repeated after him like, The dude abides.
The dude abides.
Yeah.
And that's really the point. It's just like the dude abides.
Yeah. It's just to get you in a
simple man.
The movie wants you to match its mood when you watch it.
It calls you to meet it where it is.
Yeah. Which I appreciate, and for the most part, I'd say I did.
Yeah. Well said.
Yeah, again, 3 stars does not mean I hated it. 3 stars means above average. Like for
Letterboxd, that's a good score.
Yeah, that means I thought it was good.
It's just such a 5 out of 5 for me. I love that.
Which I understand that end too. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Smokey, my friend, you're entering a world of pain.
Walter, man.
You mark that frame and 8, you're entering a world of pain.
I'm not.
A world of pain.
Look, dude, this is your partner.
Is the whole world gone crazy? Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules? Mark it 0.
They're calling the cops, man. Put the piece away.
Mark it 0.
Walter, put the piece away. Walter?
You think I'm fucking around here? Mark it 0.
For my number 2, I'm gonna bring up. We're gonna go a little in the future here. I think 2004 with the first SpongeBob movie.
Yes, that was interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
That was kind of like, I was like, man, I should have put Surf's Up and go band for band.
Yeah, like all jokes aside, the comedy of that movie is just on another level.
Yeah.
Like even without rose-tinted glasses, like without nostalgia, like just the writing of that is so smart.
It is fun. It's a fun hero's journey.
Yeah. And it's legitimately funny. Like
all bubble blowing babies will be beaten senseless by it's kind of blurry by every able-bodied patron in the bar.
Yeah, even just think about it now, like it's just so hype, you know. And again, it's not like
the animation quality is like way higher than the show normally was, which I really like.
Which understand, like you know,
I mean, fair enough.
It's a movie,
bigger budget,
yeah. Like the writing is so smart. Like it's funny for kids and for adults too. Like the whole intro where like SpongeBob and Patrick get drunk, air quotes, at an ice cream bar.
Yeah.
And like, waiter.
And just the solemn, I'm a goofy goober. Yeah. You're a goofy goober. I'm like, girl.
When SpongeBob and Patrick go into the deeper ocean, the monsters, then they put the mustaches on. They're like, oh, you guys are, they're like, you guys are men.
You guys are men. We're men. What's that song? We're men song.
Now that we're men.
Or whatever. Now that we're men, anything. Now that we're men.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I love that.
And then they get out. They're like, woohoo, we made it past everything, even the hideous, disgusting monsters. Like, wait, not you guys.
Not you. Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
They're like, what the heck?
I actually felt bad for them as a kid.
You're like, oh, sorry, I hit the mic.
No, you're good. Like, wait, not you guys. You guys are great. This part made me tear up when I was a kid when SpongeBob and Patrick die.
When they shrivel up.
Yeah, when they.
No, me too. When they get into the real world, and I'm like, this is evil, and it becomes HD as it always does in SpongeBob, right? When we're in the real world, above water. And I was like, the little sardines, mariachi band or whatever it was, and like all of this stuff. And I'm like, this is sad. This is breaking my heart.
Oh yeah,
the crazy scuba diver giving Blue Lagoon. Really, I'm like, what is going on?
You bring up another great point on a technical level too. Some when they're in their real worlds, and then it's mixing 2D animation and real stills. Some heavy Who Framed Roger Rabbit kind of energy, like with that kind of tech, you know.
Yeah, I know.
That looks great too.
Space Jam.
Hey, Space Jam's on another level because they're like choreographing basketball and shit.
Yeah, exactly. No.
But
and then who they get? It's the Hasselhoff. The Hasselhoff.
You do good. Good, Hasselhoff.
As he always does. Yeah, and they're like holding on to his body as like they're just flying through the air.
Yeah.
And I do love a really fun, like you said, getting back to like the animation, mixing like 2D with like the real world. Yeah, obviously when the sprinklers come on and everyone rehydrates, which is such a funny because a lot of them are dead.
Yeah, that's not how fish work.
Water is the thing of life. You know what I mean?
It's a universal concept.
It's a exactly. But
you get that right?
What?
I
didn't get it.
Oh. Universal Conduit? Constantine?
Oh my gosh.
Keanu Reeves?
I just watched that the other day.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. I love Constantine. What were you saying? Oh yeah, and they all rehydrate, and that's a really satisfying scene. I love the bop, 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 and they all come back and they
we can't forget about the
against the
we can't forget about the interjection moments with the pirates watching the movie, and it's super
yes.
meta.
No, oh my goodness. Yeah. No, that's such a good
That's
point.
how it starts.
Yeah. Well, it's just something I kind of don't think about, and I think that's a good thing, you know, because it doesn't interrupt the movie too much. So, like, when you reflect on the movie, you're not, like, overloaded with, like, oh, yeah, the fucking pirates were always popping up. But no, I love that those pirates were such a part of the show, period, also. And so it was
to the SpongeBob
Exactly. Or, like, oh my God, do you remember when they did the Scurvy music video with Pink?
Yes, yeah.
Oh my God.
That was
funny. Those pirates were something else. I love those guys. And I'm really glad they were involved in the movie because, like, again, they're such a huge player in the show, period. And, like, the in-between when there's, like, a little commercial break and they're like, SpongeBob, me boy. Well, that's Mr. Krabs, but. And I also love kind of also as we're going with SpongeBob and Patrick, and I mean, I feel like it's kind of an obvious because, like, we need updates. What is Plankton doing? What is going on?
Yeah.
And we cut back and forth. That's kind of fun because they're like, you know, da-da-da-da-da, and then we're like, oh, by the way, don't forget the mind control happening actively. And
yeah, again, two-layered story, or A and B plots, you know.
It's good. It's a good one. I mean, I could probably watch it for sure. I think that's a good 420 friendly.
Oh yeah, and let's not forget the absolute bombastic finale of Goofy Goober.
Yes.
My goodness.
One may say, no, I couldn't say.
Like that finale had me air guitaring on top of my couch as a kid.
Yeah.
You know?
I was gonna say, dare I say, bigger than their little Super Bowl, the Kelp Bowl, I think, episode. But then I took that back. Sweet, sweet victory.
Okay, that's epic for different reasons.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna just let the chat. I'll let you decide.
Also, Scarlett, I didn't find out about this until later, but Scarlett Johansson as the mermaid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, she is.
Which is so funny.
Triton's daughter. King Triton.
Mindy?
Yes, Mindy.
Mindy, I think.
Mindy, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's Mindy. No, I know. I found that out, I mean, not super recently, but in adulthood.
I found that out once I downloaded Letterboxd, and then I looked at the cast list, and
really?
I'm like, wait, what? Scarlett Johansson was the mermaid?
Yeah, no, what a fun little something.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, by the way.
Yeah, SpongeBob, forever a classic, and actually in my top 10 movies forever.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Why do I always get the nuts?
So, I have for you, for your consideration, Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Mila Kunis, Jason Segel, Kristen Bell, unfortunately Russell Brand, what can you do? He was in everything. Jonah Hill also, what can you do? I love that movie so much. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. I think it's not like a traditional, like, stoner movie, obviously.
Not at all, no.
But it's a lot of those people that, you know, those are their vibes. And the movie generally, I don't know. I feel like for me it makes sense as a like 420 movie because of just, I mean, Dracula musical at the end, puppet musical, and not just the end, but just the whole thing, like just the energy, each of the characters. It's very funny. And it's that group of people. It's a Jason Segel movie. Every Jason Segel movie for me, well, not every. There's a couple that are a little serious that I probably wouldn't want to try. But he just, it's like, to me, akin to the Seth Rogen group of it all. You know what I mean? With James.
I mean, Seth Rogen now I can appreciate.
Yeah. But like, Jason Segel is that for me.
Okay. And
I just found the movie. It's got like a Bill Hader. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's got kind of a stacked cast.
It's got a really
especially
stacked
for
cast.
the time.
And yes. And I just find the story very enjoyable. And we're in Hawaii, and like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's one of those, like, if you know, you know. Like, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. But for me, it's also one of my favorite movies of all time. But just because it's, I don't know, it's such a fun movie, but I really like it high, and I feel like for me it fit, and I felt like it was a unique pick.
Oh yeah.
And maybe
absolutely.
you hadn't seen it, and for this assignment, if you will, the objective, for me, that's one of mine that I appreciate and like to watch when I'm high.
Okay, so for
Let me
me,
hear it. What did you rate it?
I gave it a 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, I wouldn't give it a 5.
No.
I mean, I'm smashing that
universe,
like button, but it's definitely like a 3.5. The
Yeah,
half is because I like it a lot. It's because I smashed that like button, so it's getting half a star.
Yeah, so I have very thin memories watching it with my sister when I was, obviously when I was younger.
Right.
Yeah, that's basically like all I had going into it. And then, I'm watching through it and I'm like, oh, that's where this is from. Yeah, in general though, yeah, I thought it was fine. Seeing Jason Segel's package in the like
dick and balls
in the beginning.
It is a shocker, isn't it? You're like, whoa, and I think
yeah.
that's funny too because they're like,
Yeah, and it's like, all right, that's how we're starting it. Okay, sure.
Giant bowl, not the giant bowl of cereal. That didn't.
Why would I have a problem with that?
No, not a problem. Oh, sorry, you had a problem with dick and balls.
Well, it's just like, why?
Oh, I thought it was funny. It's like, because he goes, the towel drops. I don't know.
Yeah, that was my worry going into it. Where it's like, is this just gonna be like
Sure,
stupid like Western,
Western,
or like a lot of Western humor
I get
and
what you
like
mean.
American humor is just sex jokes or
no, for sure. I get what you're saying.
And yeah, like so with that being the intro to the movie, I was
You're
like, is that
where's
what I'm in
this
for?
gonna go?
So that immediately tanked like all my expectations.
Oh no.
And then as it goes on, I'm like, okay, it's a little smart. And so for me, it was just a constant like, like, okay, which is why I gave it a 2.
Yeah.
If anything, I'm more leaning towards like light 1.5, light 2. Yeah.
1.5. Dang.
Yeah, I just thought it was fun.
It was fun.
Or not good, but not like horrifically bad. Like if you put it on, I wouldn't be like, I'm
What
leaving.
is this?
Yeah. I wouldn't leave the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just love it so much. I think it's really funny. I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, when you say there's no small parts, only small actors, I feel like is really true for this movie because there were a lot of small parts, but the actors were so good in them. Fix-It Felix Jr., the guy who voices Fix-It Felix, is in there as the cute like Christian couple who are on their honeymoon.
Oh yeah.
They're so fun.
Yeah, he was great. Paul Rudd, I thought was
I don't
funny.
know why God would build a playground next to the sanitation department or whatever, and they're trying to figure out how to have sex.
Yeah,
And Paul Rudd, yes, no, he's great.
Or a line I thought, Fix-It Felix, his guy.
Yeah.
A line I thought was funny. He said, he goes, God put our mouths on our face for a reason, or something like that.
And then after that, he's like, I don't know why he would build a playground next to a sanitation department or whatever, garbage, whatever. But interesting imagery. But it's, I just think it's very much like, not the show or movie, because I know but it's like people you meet on vacation at a resort, and like all the characters, including the employees. Like I love the bartender who's very passionate about the food. He's like, huna huna nuka nuka apua, and like whatever. And I'm like, period. Like, get it, girl. And he's very into fish, and he knows all the fish. And even like the luau guys, and the fellow guests, Mila Kunis, her like surfer boyfriend, and
all the big like Maui guys that are always depicted as being so jolly.
Yeah, and I mean, whether they are or not in real life, it obviously depends on who the person is. You know what I mean? But I do love that particular actor. I don't remember his name, unfortunately, but he usually does play the jolly, Maui guy, and whenever he is in something, and he's so fun to have around, including the bartender guy who kind of pairs with him, and they're kind of a little duo. But I just think it's so fun and lighthearted, and it like comes, and it's also like the awkwardness of like, of course my ex is staying here, and she's with the guy she's basically cheated on me with, or she did. It was like a year-long affair, and he sucks, but he's also so like laissez-faire about the whole thing, and like, whatever about it. Is laissez-faire the right word for it. He's so like nonchalant about the whole thing.
Lackadaisical.
Yeah. He's like, whatever, bro. I be hooking up with everybody. So what? You know, I hooked up with the maid this morning, and like, you know, whatever. And then her issues and like. Sarah Marshall, played by Kristen Bell. I love Kristen Bell, and she's a smoke show in this movie. I mean, she's a smoke show always, but I love her so much. Her and Mila, I'm like, let's go, girl. Amen, amen. Thank you, casting. Yeah, it's like a comfort food movie for me.
Yeah, I get that.
But I thought that was just like it's a special moment for me in the end when they're like, and it's kind of funny that it's just like, oh yeah, I'm Jason Segel naked. Why not?
Yeah, for me, it's not my kind of humor. Yeah. For me, it's humor like mostly rooted in reality. Yeah, which I think is kind of lame. Oh, which is why
I like real life.
Which is why I love the humor in just for the movies we've listed. Yeah, Return of the Living Dead and SpongeBob.
Absurdities, kind of like, girl, what? No, those are fun too. But I was like, this is just a fun it's like maybe I just like movies set in Hawaii when I'm high. No, I really do like
tropical.
I love a tropical when I'm high. Yeah. But I've never even been to Hawaii.
You need to get back on that board is what you need to do. Yeah? Hey, here's the deal. When life gives you lemons, just say fuck the lemons and bail.
Yeah, no, you said it, totally.
You gotta just pull yourself up by your wetsuit, get back on that board. Hey, look, man, if you're attacked by a shark, are you gonna give up surfing?
Probably, yeah.
Let's go in, all right? Tacos are on me.
For my third pick, we're gonna bring us backwards again with Wayne's World.
Party on.
Yeah. Party time. Excellent.
Excellent.
Yeah, the first time I heard about this, it was in a Cinemassacre video or a James Rolfe video where he was talking about it, and yeah, I just thought it sounded funny. And then one day when me and my mom were at Savers, I saw a VHS of it, and I was like, "Oh, Wayne's World! I know, like my."
A VHS.
I don't know, like 10-year-old me looked at it and saw, oh, my favorite YouTuber watched that.
My favorite YouTuber watched that movie.
Yeah, so I got it and played it. Didn't get most of it, but I just thought I got their energy. You know,
I'll have the cream of some young guy. I love that movie.
Or that's so many quotable moments, right?
It's super cool. If she was a president, she'd be Abraham Lincoln.
It's like people do things just because they get paid, and that's just really sad.
It's just really sad.
Yeah, it's just two goofballs living their lives. It's really all there is to it.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, it really is, but it is just like such a, like you said, really quotable. It kind of is in a Harold and Kumar category. It's like the duo on their adventure, but it's just their everyday life. But it is kind of crazy and fun. Wayne's World specifically, the biggest thing for me is all of the cultural references. I'm a big pop culture girly.
The times.
Well, and specifically of the times, which is older, but I also have ridiculously old parents. Love you, mom and dad. So the first time I saw that movie, I was very young. I was probably like 8, and my mom was watching it, and she was like, oh, this movie. And I had a lot of questions about like, do you have any Grey Poupon? Like when they're pulled up to the old guy in his limo or whatever it is, and it's a reference to a commercial for Grey Poupon, and which is like a condiment. I still don't really understand what it is, but in the commercial the rich guy pulls up to another rich guy and he's like, oh, and it's a whole thing. But there are like older references, but I just love.
Have you seen this boy?
Yes, I love all of the references. It's it's fun because of that, you know. No Stairway to Heaven in the guitar show. He's like, don't even start, man. He's like, I can't. It's a long song. It's a bathroom break song.
This movie is probably where I consciously heard and realized, oh, it's this song, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my God. Name a more iconic scene. Yeah. Though. You can't. Well, there's a lot of iconic scenes, but you know what I mean. The appreciation, such an iconic scene. Singing in the car together, headbanging, that hair, beautiful, amazing.
Oh wait a minute. You know what? Blanking on his name, but the guy who fucking plays Wayne.
Mike Myers.
Yeah, Mike Myers. He's the producer guy in Bohemian Rhapsody, and he.
he's in it. He plays one of the record producers.
Yeah, and he plays the first one that they talk to, and he's like, Bohemian Rhapsody, like we need a song where teenagers will like
Headbang in the car,
with the windows down. Bohemian Rhapsody will never be that song.
Would never do, and that's such like the irony and fun of it. Yeah.
Fuck, I just realized that.
No, that's funny. Shit.
We should be high right now.
Wait a minute.
Fuck, man.
Hey, man, sometimes it's just a state of mind.
Yeah.
Oh my God, my first introduction. I mean, my mom, thanks mom, showed me the movie, but she's also a huge Alice Cooper fan. She has memorabilia. She loves Alice Cooper. When he used to have like a restaurant or something out here in Arizona, we used to go anyway. But that was like my first like actual introduction to like other than just hearing him on the radio, and my mom would be like, this is Alice Cooper, and like, you know, obviously they go to his concert, his Feed My Frankenstein and everything, and I love, which is my favorite Alice Cooper song. It's just so fun. I love that movie so much. Rob Lowe, sleazy little guy. I love him. He's so funny. And Wayne's girlfriend, I love her too. She's so fabulous in that movie. And her character is so real, so true, and so strong, like really strong female rock star. Let's do it. She's like, I know what's good. I know what's going on, you know? And she loves her nerdy little man. And don't we just all love it so much?
One line especially where when I was a kid, the scene where they're playing like street hockey or something, and they go, car, and they move stuff, and then it leaves, and they go, game on.
And they're like, car, while they're having a conversation.
Yeah. So I know about that scene as a kid. And then there's some point where me and my neighbor friends, you know, we're playing in the street too. And then it's the same scenario. I see a car coming. I'm like, car. And then everyone goes, car.
This is the scene.
What is it? Life imitates art?
Yeah. Exactly. Art imitates life.
Yeah. And I said those lines verbatim in the same cadence as them. And I just felt, I was like, I'm so valid. I'm
so real right now. Yeah, I love that. No, that's a good movie. It's one of those ones where it's like, what else can I say? It's just so good.
That's been our summary of these past few movies.
I mean, but hey, maybe we're just great at picking
they're
movies.
classics for a reason.
Yeah, no, real. And I don't know what it is too about the quotable, like the when he's at the restaurant and he orders I have the cream of some young guy. I'm like, me and Sean quote that all the time for no particular reason. It's just like, get in the cream of some young guy.
I think I've heard Sean say that a few times, and I was like, dude, what are you talking about?
And then like the Abraham Lincoln, I used to say a lot in high school. No one ever knew what I was talking about. I was like, if she were president, she'd be Abraham Lincoln. And I was like, that's so good. I am Abraham Lincoln. You're the end.
But the kids
I also, as a kid, had a crush on Garth, which is another thing in its own.
Yeah, I'm blaming you.
But not Wayne. Garth.
Anyway,
guy.
When I was a kid, I had a crush on a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Period.
It was I think it was a spell card. Well, not a monster. It was a spell card. It was a lady in a giant clamshell.
Just Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Kinda, yeah.
Beautiful.
It's like people only do things because they get paid. And that's just really sad.
I can't talk about it anymore. It's giving me a headache.
Here, take 2 of these.
Ah, new print. Little, yellow, different.
All right, now your last pick.
My last pick is none other than the live-action Scooby-Doo movie.
Oh, right.
Welcome to Spooky Island, baby. What more could you?
Who the fuck would go to that? First of all,
I would go. I would pay $1 million to go to Spooky Island.
Yeah,
I love Spooky Island so much. There are some parts of it where I'm like, that's a little too spooky. But then you just don't go to that part of the park. You know, just hang out. But I love that movie so much. You got Sarah Michelle Gellar. You've got freaking Matthew Lillard, the whole cast. Freddie Prinze. Is it Prince or Prinz?
I don't know.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Fred.
Yeah.
And then, oh my God, Linda Cardellini?
My goodness.
Is that her name?
Yeah.
You got Sarah Michelle Gellar, you've got Matthew Lillard, you've got Freddie Prinze Jr., and you've got Linda Cardellini. What else could you want?
This is perhaps the best.
Such a good cast.
Live action cast for a cartoon adaptation.
Absolutely.
I think,
Absolutely. Amazing. Oh, and then can't forget my favorite cameo ever, Isla Fisher as the one and only Mary Jane. That's like my favorite name. Dude, Shaggy, the girl with the red hair.
Oh, okay.
Shaggy, he meets her on the plane. She's eating Scooby snacks because they're vegan.
Yeah.
No, I love, and also a little bit quotable, like Sean and I will quote, especially when they kind of like are on their separate journeys and he's like, talk about toasting. And he's toasting a sandwich. Oh God, I just love so much about that movie. I love the soundtrack. I was literally just singing it a little bit. I'm like, I could get crazy with it. I love it so much. Had you seen it?
So I've seen
clips.
Yeah, like, as a kid, here and there.
So this was your first time watching
in its entirety, yes.
Dang, okay.
And now I feel like I'm not in the right age range anymore.
Oh,
but
this is ageless. Oh
no,
my
you're right.
goodness. If anything, I prefer it as an adult. Because I'm like,
oh, you know
my
what?
God,
Yeah.
yes. Because it really is. I mean, Spooky Island's for the college kids.
Yeah.
Another one too, when they roll up on the island and they're like, look at her, like she's being weird. And he's like, Carla, it's me. Are you tricking on me, son? And she's like, step off my grill, and like launches him into the air. Like, it's so funny. Sorry, continue though. Let me know this was your first time watching it. That's so fun. I mean, congratulations, which it could be me.
Yeah, for one, love the cast. Absolutely. I feel like
cast, dream blunt rotation for 420, dream blunt rotation.
I feel like the actor for Fred.
Yes, Freddie Prinze.
Yeah, could have easily been Ken if they did a live action Barbie like in the 90s.
At that time.
Yeah.
Was it 90s or was it like early 2000s?
Oh wait, yeah, early 2000s. And they did not need to make them so fine. Like they're all so
yes,
fine.
they did. Are you kidding? Mystery Incorporated. The mystery is how you're all so damn hot. Even Matthew Lillard with that fuck-ass wig.
Right.
I love him so much. Dude, when she finds the voodoo guy on the beach and he's like, why are you wearing purple in summer? That's a fall color or whatever. And he's like yelling at her and he's like, do not go to the spooky mountain ride. And she's like, I get it. You're just telling me that because you don't want me to go, but it's because you're hiding something there. And he goes, oh my God. He's like, you're an idiot. No, I'm telling you because you shouldn't go. And it's, there's so much about that movie.
Yeah, in general, I appreciate it for what it is. Okay, I know I mentioned earlier I like absurdity with my humor, but I'm not sure how to describe it. Like
it's campy. It's a super campy movie.
Like the absurdity of
and I love camp.
I mean, that's pretty much all of our picks.
Yeah.
For different reasons.
Kind of. Yeah.
I really can't describe it, but just thinking of the absurdity of Return of the Living Dead and then comparing it to Scooby-Doo, yeah, they're both absurd for very different reasons.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I just can't completely jive with Scooby-Doo.
Oh.
Whereas, like, I'm fully on board with Return of the Living Dead. I think it's just because with Return of the Living Dead, there's strong raunchiness to it that I'm like fully on board with, and like the throwing the punk aspects of it, with with the crew and again the music. You know what? I think I just prefer the 80s.
Yeah.
And not I'm thinking about it. Just thinking of like.
That's fair.
Yeah, just thinking of each film as their own package.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like the 80s more because if you compare it to Scooby-Doo, like it's all. I feel like it's kind of a early 2000s time capsule.
Yeah,
as well.
Absolutely.
If you look at people's fashion and their hair and the music, same thing.
Yeah.
Like I guess
Dude, the gel, the hair gel was unreal.
Yeah, I guess if I love the 2000s more, there's in the multiverse.
Girl.
In the multiverse, there's a Kenny who prefers Scooby-Doo over Return of the Living Dead.
That's fair. I'm a big 2000s girl. I love.
If I ever meet that Kenny, I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Yeah, there's an Emma who.
I'm Kenny Prime. Like, don't get me wrong.
Kenny Prime, real. No, I get it. I feel like
there's a multiverse where our lists are flipped.
Literally, no. There's a multiverse where everything is real.
The version of Emma where you have my taste is fucking scary.
Crazy. I have a Crucible. What does that look like?
What
does my Crucible look like? Littlest Pet Shop.
Sure.
Monster High Dolls, Littlest Pet Shop, Fugglers, girl Bratz dolls.
Yeah.
It's so girly, but I mean like real though. Like League figures, I just think they're so hot.
Morgana's figure looks fantastic.
Final Fantasy, oh my God, I have that giant Sephiroth statue right in the middle. I'd be like cut out of like 3 shelves just for him with his giant ass wing for fun.
I didn't know you had that.
Yes, they don't sell. You have to find it. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
But yes, go on.
But no, I feel like, and it's interesting you say that because for me, I mean. And we're getting into the discussion of camp, right? Because, I was like, I think what I love about Scooby-Doo is it's very campy. For me, camp is like one of those things, like to define it is a conversation in itself.
It's kind of gotten watered down now as I've heard it get thrown out more.
It gets thrown around a lot, and I think people use it in replacement of like what something truly is. Like when something is like absurd, like Evil Bong or Living Dead, right? That's like an absurdity, and that's even it's like kind of hard to like grasp, right? Because it's like, so instead, like, you know, to describe that, people would like call it camp, which isn't like technically wrong, but I think it does an injustice to the true nature of camp. Like Spy Kids, oh my god, especially the beginning, so camp, right? And camp is inherently absurd, or just like really like blown up, really, you know, there's a drama, there's a theatric to it, but it's not just that it's like, it's not like Phantom of the Opera. I mean, Phantom of the Opera was a little camp, but like not like a true full blown. Like it has modern elements of camp, right? Yeah. And I think that's a lot of things have like elements of camp, and so they get defined as camp. But like Scooby-Doo, Spooky Island, so camp. Spy Kids, the original Spy Kids, I'm talking, she's got that lipstick keyboard, they've got the heart-shaped parachutes, you know, camp as fuck, right? I'm trying to think of like another example, but those are just the two off the top of my head right now. And I recently talked about Spy Kids being camp with Sean, and that's why it's in the front of my mind. But we also were talking about something else, and we're like, it's very camp, and that's what makes it great, right? It's interesting that you like compare them, because like I don't even find them comparable, because whatever, like, I feel like absurd and camp are the words of the day for this episode, but you know, it is what it is. But I feel like the genres that where they sit within those definitions and the like levels and tones that they have, I feel like it's like not even comparable for me. But I get what you mean.
Just because they're so,
but they're just in like such different elements, right? Because like while Spooky Island, like there's definitely guests that are punk, right? Like our girl Velma is flirting it up with this dude with what his Led Zeppelin shirt or whatever, and he's got the gel in his hair, and he is so cute for no reason, for like the sidest of side characters. He is so adorable, totes adorbs. And like obviously there's like elements of punk, so like if you want to compare it to the punk of that, but even then I don't feel like it's an important aspect, because the style of the movie is so its own. And this is a very like cinema film, like whatever, analyzation of quite literally the Scooby-Doo movie. But I love that movie so much. I could go on about it for a minute. But the stylistic choices are so specific while maintaining the vintage like appearance of the characters and like how they dress and how they are, you know, the original, you know, cartoons and books, whatever, everything. While in this environment of, you have Y2K, and it's not just Y2K, it's like scary, but it's like techno and like Nine Inch Nails-y kind of in a weird way. And then you have like the luchador like guy who's, you know, and it's all Scrappy-Doo, and then it's the whole thing. But I just, I love that movie so much. It's a perfect 420 movie for me. Oh my God. And the soundtrack, I love it. Perfect Halloween soundtrack. It's so fun. Hoodoo Voodoo, like all that. But I understand. Yeah. It is a 2000s. It's a 2000s jive.
We're discovering our favorite decades now. I feel like,
No, I've been new. I love.
No, 90s, I knew too.
Late
it's
90s,
just like,
2000s, Y2K is my jam. But
I just love the 80s.
Fair enough.
I'll touch on one scene that, in particular, even thinking about it now, I like chuckle just thinking about it. When it's just after the time skip and we get to Shaggy and Scooby right away, and you know we see like steam coming out of the
and they're making the sandwiches.
They're probably getting hot. Like, no, they're just cooking.
No, the filmmaker,
they knew
that's
it
when
was.
He's like, talk about toasted.
They knew it was too easy if they made them stoners.
Exactly, and it's like, very self-referential, and it's like the audience like assume, you know, they assume what the audience is already, you know, like they're gonna get the reference. And
that's definitely an example of a film trusting its audience.
Absolutely.
Which the movie does do.
They reference not only themselves like in a self-write, but the culture about the show and the ideas about the characters, but then they kind of have fun with it too, because Daphne, you know, like and even Velma is like, oh, because you always need Fred to save you, and like, you know, damsel in distress, and then she knows kung fu. What do you know about it? You know,
Yeah,
like
sure.
then, oh, she knows Kung Fu, period. And then Velma, and then in her own right, you know, everyone's always thinking like she's like nerdy and like she can't be pretty because she has glasses. Okay, guys, let's cut it. The girls with glasses are hot. Okay, being blind is so in right now. 2026 glasses and being blind are in. You heard it from me, a girl with glasses who's blind.
Go ahead, speak.
You heard it here first.
Speak your shit.
Speak your truth. Speak your truth, girl. Then she's like pretty. Oh my god! And she's got her little V-neck when like Fred is possessing her.
Oh my gosh, the
or
V-necks.
whatever. Was that what it was?
Yeah.
And everything is just so funny. I don't know. I love that movie.
Yeah.
But
I can appreciate it too.
yeah.
Daphne, you okay?
Yeah. But I'm not Daphne.
Fred?
I couldn't get to my body. I didn't know where else to go. I panicked. It's not easy to steer when you're pure spirit.
Hey, I can look at myself naked.
Oh, brother.
Well, that was my last movie.
My last one.
This is why I wish I had my T-shirt.
I know you appreciate this one too. It's Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Excellent. Yeah.
First time I saw it, it was I think in middle school, and one of my teachers played it for us. Like just on a day where we didn't have much
You had a
to
history
do.
report due?
Oh wait, you know what? It was my history teacher. Funny enough.
I had a history report.
I'm not even kidding. One of my history teachers growing up played it for us in class. And yeah, it was a movie I knew about but hadn't seen yet. Yeah, maybe the rest of the class thought it was lame, but I was with it. I was like...
Such a good movie. It's so fun.
That was definitely a moment where, I didn't realize at the time, but definitely a moment where my love for the 80s just started to grow. And their quest is so noble, you know? Like they're doing this because they want to get an A on their history report.
And they have to save the future. The future, right? And that's where we have George Carlin, who shows up. Strange things are afoot at the Circle K. That Circle K is in Arizona. I think it's in Tempe.
Oh, right on.
Tempe or Tucson, something with a T.
Oh, damn.
Pretty sure Tempe, though.
At the end of the movie, you know, when they...
Be excellent to each other, yeah.
Well, yeah, when they get there and they're finally able to do their presentation.
All the historical figures.
Yeah, like the way they presented them too.
It's so
like,
fun.
Where'd they get the time for that?
This guy,
Like,
yeah.
All of a sudden they're like great with theatrics too.
Yeah.
And if their heroes are, you know, rock stars growing up, I guess it makes sense that they would know what to do, like to present them.
They're like, we got it.
Yeah,
I mean, they had a little. Didn't they also have a little TV network show, or were they just filming themselves for fun?
Oh, I think the school was. I think the school was like
because at the
broadcasting
beginning
them
it's
somewhere.
like white. They're in their garage.
Yeah.
And it's like wait, or no, that is Wayne's World. I think there is quite a bit of crossover now that I think about it.
Wayne's World would come out like a few years later.
No, before.
What?
Wayne's World came out before.
How old is Wayne's World?
Older than Bill and Ted.
I thought Wayne's World was like 92.
Was it? Oh my God, it did come after. So, something to consider is that this was kind of, well, because kind of talking about like it's kind of got like the Doctor Who of it all. You know, it's like there's like a time travel future-y thing happening, and it's a phone booth, which I know the TARDIS is not a phone booth, but everyone thinks it's a phone booth in the universe, and that's kind of a running joke. And then you've got the Wayne's World kind of goofy double pairing, and then you've got like, again, the kind of two besties that are kind of goofy guys, like Harold and Kumar, kind of again. All of those come out. Well, I guess Doctor Who's a little bit of an exception because it's been around a long time.
Yeah.
But all of those kind of successors to this film, which is kind of interesting to think about because I would have guessed that Wayne's World came out before Bill and Ted. So if you think about Bill and Ted, I mean, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, you know, there's maybe movies that I'm not considering off the top of my head when I say this, but it was kind of a catalyst for this sort of deal. Like, you know, kind of like a big inspiration that I don't really feel like gets its flowers enough. You know what I mean? I think
especially nowadays.
Yeah, I think it's a quickly looked over movie, and unfairly so, you know, like, And I know a lot of people, you know, a lot of people love Keanu. I mean, we love Keanu.
Yeah.
Keanu. Alex Winter is great. Obviously, George Carlin. Everybody, like, fuck yeah, George Carlin, et cetera, et cetera. But I do also feel like there's a level, like, a lot of people love Keanu, but I think a lot of people write off his career, his early career, a lot too. For whatever reason, I don't really understand, because I think there's a conception that he's a bad actor. And I'm like, watch his filmography.
Which he's not. He just
watch his filmography. That man's range is insane. I mean, he's in some goofy stuff. And so I feel like maybe that's another reason it kind of gets written off, because his early career, a lot of people I feel like don't appreciate. And maybe that's just me. I'm a big Keanu girl, though. I wrote a whole article for my community college about his comeback when Cyberpunk and shit was coming out. But yeah, that is kind of interesting to kind of reflect on that with that new knowledge of like all of these things came out after. And I mean, Wayne's World not too long after, but like a few years. And that's kind of interesting.
Long enough that it feels like the filmmakers for Wayne's World definitely saw it. Bill and Ted,
absolutely. Well, I think when Bill and Ted came out, it was popular.
Yeah.
Am I wrong to assume that? I can't really say for sure.
Yeah, and then they're like, what about, okay, so like this duo, like two buddies formula is definitely doing something. And they're just thinking like
well, and they're rock stars. I mean, different goals, obviously. They're not. And there really wasn't too much of a goal with Wayne's World initially anyway. They kind of develops into like, you know, the sleazy record label guy and the money of it all. But whereas Bill and Ted had a very different, we have to save the future with our history report, so Ted doesn't get sent to military school.
Oh my gosh. I really related to Bill and Ted at the end once they were able to do their presentation. You know, especially when I saw it, that definitely fueled a fantasy of mine as a kid, where it's like a moment where the whole school thinks you're awesome.
And you have the floor and you're kind of there. I mean, hey.
For me and my high school experience, that would
happen. Kids like us, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Kids like us,
For me and my high school experience, that would happen eventually.
No, real. I mean, hey. And they do get that, and they kind of not only save the future, but kind of save the morale, you know, I feel like, and kind of prove some people wrong. And you know, their parents are proud of them, and the students are like, whoa, and they're like, that was so impressive and creative, and then send everyone home in the time machine. Get in that phone booth. You know, strange things are afoot at the Circle K.
Going back to your point about this film being influential to others later on, I feel like with this being 89, you said? I feel like this could be seen as a catalyst for like the duo, like the friendship duo
absolutely.
Because you know, if Wayne's World came out not too long after, and then if you look at just some of our picks, Big Lebowski would follow, not too long after. Not a pick here, but Be Kind Rewind with Jack Black. I feel like that falls into that category as well. Again, it's like you said, it's a genre that doesn't really get talked about much, especially nowadays.
Especially Bill and Ted.
Because I heard a great notion from another filmmaker I follow, where movies like these just don't get made anymore. And if they do, it's like at an indie level, or like, it was a little gem at a film festival like here somewhere.
And the ones that are kind of like, I guess, more recently, like, and it's kind of loose, so bear with me, but like Anaconda, right? The new one that they did with Jack Black and stuff, where it is kind of like a goofy group and whatever. It's a bit different. I feel like it's not quite that, but that's the closest you get really in the big screens nowadays.
Right.
But even then, it's like those types of movies, it's like, it's very assumptive, right? Like, we assume, we know what's gonna happen. They're gonna get into trouble. They're gonna say funny things, it's whatever. Well, and especially too, if you think about the other movies, like you were saying, because like I was saying earlier too, like, it's a big catalyst for this. I think it could definitely be seen as a big catalyst, and not only is the genre not appreciated, but I think specifically Bill and Ted is kind of unrecognized, at least nowadays. Like, people don't really talk about it too much, you know what I mean? And it did have the newer one that they made a couple years ago, but even then, I feel like there was something about it where it just kind of fizzled out. But not only like the duo or like the small group anyway, like I guess you could do a trio. Like, they were kind of a trio with George Carlin, but not only that.
Lebowski was a trio?
Yeah, but even that, it's like the quotability of it, the storylines. There's always a little bit of like a hero's journey, you know. They're kind of like the holy fools, and like, you know, they have purpose and something. But yeah, no, it is kind of like a fizzled out. Nobody really makes them anymore, and I don't know if it's maybe production companies think the ideas are exhausted and like, you know, there's not really much else to do with them, or if there are people pitching it, they're just not being picked up. And I'm sure there are, but it's just
definitely are.
It's just not happening for them,
it's just
which
studios,
is unfortunate.
Yeah, it's just studios not trusting the idea, or they're like
they want to remake, like let's do something that we know will get people at least in the seats. You know,
yeah, like they want to go off of franchises, of course. Like they want to play it safe. Now, in all fairness, while you were talking about like recent duo movies or where it's like a funny group, you know, there are definitely examples in recent memory, like in the, when we say recent, let's say like the past decade or so. Yeah, Booksmart is definitely one of them.
Booksmart is that's a good example.
Bottoms.
Bottoms kind of, I don't know. Booksmart is more like Bill and Ted, whereas Bottoms is just more like Booksmart.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like, I don't feel like it branches completely back to that. I get what you're saying, but I feel like it's in like the funny girl kind of like, you know, because I do think Booksmart still lives in its own, because it's a little bit more, again, not like serious, but like serious, you know what I mean? It's not as like pure of heart, if you will.
Yeah,
you know
it's much more grounded.
It's more realistic. They deal with
whereas Bill and Ted
like,
is all fantasy.
Well, not just that, not just the fantasy, because like Wayne's World isn't fantasy, but the conflict that they're dealing with is more like, we're not seeing that kind of conflict in Bill and Ted and Wayne's World and whatever else, right? Like in Booksmart. But it is the duo and it's funny, but I think it's more in an elevated way, not like it's better or worse than the aforementioned movies, right? Bill and Ted, etc. But I think it's more of an elevated plot of like, you know, it's got a coming of age, and not, again, you know, definition of coming of age, right? But it's got it's like a serious coming of age. Like, where are we going for college? What are we doing now? And it's a much deeper conflict, and they get into like this kind of like, kind of schism in their friendship, right? When they kind of like break apart because of conflicting. You know, like they're just kind of, so I think it's deeper and it is a little bit more like serious in a way, which I think is what makes it closer. Bottoms and Booksmart are, you know, kind of branched from the other, you know what I mean? Because Bottoms is still like the group and it's funny and everything, but there's a more elevated, serious, like thing to be addressed, right? Whereas like Wayne's World and Bill and Ted, obviously they have a conflict and they need to resolve it. And they go on a journey to do that. Not to say that those other movies don't, but theirs is much more, I think, and I think that's the jolliness of it, is the hero's journey. Like, it really is just true, like, these just purest of heart, you know, and whatever the conflict
Bill and Ted's
may be.
journey feels much more urgent.
Yeah. Whereas Wayne's kind of, and these are just two examples of that genre, right? So like you could go even farther into it, but like either or though, their conflicts are, and I say easily resolvable, like in the terms of like hindsight, and we've seen the movie, right? Where it's like, we've resolved it with ease, right? Not that it was like easy, but like we've resolved it with ease because they're pure of heart, whatever, you know what I mean? I feel like that's just such a good way to describe those characters because they are so like, again, the holy fool, right? And and that's what's just so, you know, they wouldn't hurt you fly, you know, they're just such sweetie pies, but they're not like, you know, but they're still like developed and they're like people and everything, but it's not as like serious, I guess, is really the only word I can think of. So that's why I think it's like, even still, it's like Booksmart still isn't like a genuine, I mean, it is though, and that's kind of the modern version of it, right? Yeah. Whereas like, we haven't really seen, because I don't know, maybe people, or at least companies assume people aren't interested in something so lighthearted and just like for fun and like all's good at the end of the day. And we did it, and we didn't really, I mean, we had some pushing back here and there, and they had little like, you know, friend, you know, clashes, but it wasn't so serious. And at the end of the day, it's like, we're bros, and this is, and be excellent to each other and all this. Whereas, like, the girls in Booksmart, again, like the modern kind of adaptation, there was a lot more conversation to be had with them, you know, like sexuality, future, just kind of they're at a turning point in their lives and friendship and like what they really want to do. Like, do I really want to go to blah, blah, whatever. Yeah.
I feel like the coming of age element in Booksmart is much more relevant than it is in Bill and Ted.
Yeah,
for Bill and Ted,
Bill and
Ted, no, not really. Bill and Ted, they're still in high school.
Yeah, and then Wayne's World, they're like adults. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
And then in Booksmart, they just graduated.
It's different. Yeah. But it is kind of like as close as we can get in modern time to that. I feel like I can't really think of anything off the top of my head.
The past 5 years, I really have no idea.
I really can't think of anything off the top of my head. I would have to like strive to look for it, which I think says something about like if it did come out, it wasn't impressionable.
Yeah.
You know, to the point where I could remember. At least not right now.
Or
like,
we just don't know about it.
Yeah, or we don't know that it exists, or I just never saw it. And I feel bad saying it wasn't impressionable because, like, watch there be a movie that comes up that I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that movie and I actually love that movie. I just can't think of one right now. So there is definitely, I would like to see more of that. And I feel like the movies are picking up, but I do feel like also there's a lot of like, we're getting into some more artsy stuff again. I mean, maybe, I don't know. It depends.
Which is a great high conversation, I feel like.
Oh gosh, yeah. I couldn't even. Yeah, no. Don't watch Marty Supreme High. I'm going to be so stressed.
Did you do that?
No.
Oh, okay.
God, no. Oh my goodness.
No way. No way.
Yes way, Ted! Look, we know how you feel. We didn't believe it either when we were you, and we said what we are saying right now.
Okay, wait. If you guys are really us, what number are we thinking of?
69, dudes!
Well, I think we covered a lot of ground. I think we stayed pretty concise with our
Yeah, I think like, everything made... Oh, yeah.
We stayed mostly in the 90s, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of the joy of it. I mean, we could have gone Pineapple Express, Knocked Up and everything. Yeah. But I feel like... And I do enjoy those movies, but I feel like they're not my go-to high movies because they're so, like, for me, on the nose about it. And that's kind of funny coming from our choices tonight. But, you know what I mean? And I do love those movies.
One of my initial picks was Benchwarmers.
Oh, okay.
Along the same lines of, like, fun group of friends, you know, like an easy kind of, like, goal. You know, just to feel, like a feel-good movie.
Feel good, yeah.
Benchwarmers I definitely put on there.
Yeah, for sure.
That'd be my fifth, I would say.
That'd be your fifth? Yeah, I don't know what my fifth would be. My fifth would be Surf's Up.
Yeah, that's fair.
I love Surf's Up. Cody's me, dude.
Thanks for joining me, Emma.
Thank you. Oh, God, ow. Thank you for having me. Thanks for having me. Now, always remember to partake responsibly. But be responsible this 420. Take care of yourself and your friends. And most importantly, have a good time.
And, of course... Blaze it.
Blaze it, 420. Party on, everyone.
Or eat it, because, you know.
Or eat it. Yeah, I guess.
Eddies are pretty popular.
Consume it.
Yeah. Thanks so much, everyone.
Party on, guys.
Excellent.
Excellent. Be excellent to each other.